Hi everyone, welcome back to This Ability Podcast. I'm your host, Mary Baudouin. I'm so honored to introduce you to a remarkable young woman named Mary Frances Avera and the incredible family that surrounds her with love, strength, and advocacy. Before we dive into our conversation, I want to take a few minutes to give you some background on Mary Frances's diagnosis, because chances are you've probably never heard of it, and that's exactly why this story is so important. Mary Frances was diagnosed with a rare genetic condition called ZMI-Z1 syndrome. It's a mouthful. Sometimes it's also referred to as ZMI-Z1, one-related neurodevelopmental disorder, or by the even longer name, neurodevelopmental disorder with dysmorphic faces and distal skeletal anomalies. But no matter what you call it, this is a rare condition, so rare that there's only a handful of known cases around the world. ZMI-Z1 syndrome is caused by a mutation in the ZMI-Z1 gene, which plays a crucial role in the early brain development and gene regulation. When that gene doesn't function the way it's supposed to, it can lead to a wide range of developmental and physical challenges. For many children, like Mary Frances, those challenges include delays in speech and motor skills, intellectual disabilities, and distinct facial and skeletal features, especially affecting the hands and feet. Growth and feeding issues are also common, and some children require feeding tubes and other interventions to help them thrive. Other associated concerns may include muscle tone differences, vision and hearing issues, heart defects, and sometimes microcephaly, which means a smaller head size due to slower brain growth. One of the most interesting things that researchers are learning is that ZMI-Z1 syndrome may be linked to autism spectrum disorder, ASD. The Simmons Foundation Autism Research Initiative has classified ZMI-Z1 as a strong candidate gene for what's being called syndromic autism. That means children with the ZMI-Z1 syndrome may also show traits that overlap with ASD, especially in how the brain develops and communicates. But here's what I want everyone listening to remember. A diagnosis may help explain certain medical or developmental differences, but it never defines a person. Mary Frances is so much more than a diagnosis. She is vibrant, expressive, curious, and full of life. Her journey is one of resilience, of breaking through expectations, and being embraced by a family that is determined to give her every opportunity to grow and shine. And like so many families navigating rare conditions, the Avera family has become instant researchers, advocates, and experts, because when there's so little information out there, you often end up being the one teaching doctors instead of it being the other way around. There's still a lot to learn about ZMI-Z1 syndrome. Researchers are studying it using animal models and genetic pathways to better understand how the brain develops and what treatments might help. But in the meantime, stories like Mary Frances are changing the game by bringing awareness, building community, and reminding us that every child deserves to be seen, supported, and celebrated.